Now, what if I told you that there's a thin line between you being sane and between you being completely cracked? Fellow Toastmasters or your guests, it's a very magical moment that you can know your limits and when you cross it and when you choose not to. Way back when I was really young, I thought that a lot of things that people can do, especially in my age, are things that mean nothing for all those people. You see seniors, you see old people around you, they can speak in a very different language, they have their own terms and conditions, and they can always stand up in a very different, let's say, method, or a very different style. But the problem is, they always try to put their methods and their standards inherited to the next generation under the title of education. Now, this is a key point that most of the people are not acknowledging, that you are not looking to the next generation by its old meaning. What is our generation doing? What are the facts that our generation is handling at the time? And that got me wondered from a very significant conversation that I had with my father, when he strictly refrains me to go out in the streets and play with the neighbors' kids, saying, you don't know where you belong. How can I know that? How can you explain that to me? He said that no matter the boys that you see in the streets, and no matter the faces that you can see in your life, you will always stay in a position that you cannot confirm nor deny that you need someone or not, that you will be able to choose or not, that you will be able to change or not. And at that point, I saw that there was some sort of restriction of a limitation happening that I wasn't understanding why. Okay, I understand, young age, trivial, doesn't know what to do, and just a kid, they may say. He's not understanding what's going on in his life. But the point is that there is no way for me to see what I can do without letting that gate open, even just a little bit. After that conversation with a couple of months, things took a very hard left turn for me. And that person who was constantly blocking every single road in front of me suddenly changed 180 degrees. Why do you have to put all of these limitations in front of someone who is looking to you as his complete role model? And the answer is, he doesn't want you to do his mistakes again. After that conversation, there was an incident that happened that made him completely change. A medical incident, may I say, that made him to lose his memory. And after being in a coma for almost 41 days, he woke up, and there were all sitting around him. And very funny expression that was the only case we were gathered as a family. So, unfortunately, families only just try to meet in the time of hardships. I was sitting right next to his head, and I noticed a movement that he was trying to wake up, and he was trying to open his eyes. And you know that kind of a look when a stranger person looks at you, that you're being identified as a stranger. You're not someone close. You are a stranger. He opens his eyes, and with a very childish style, he says, "Who are you?" As a kid, I thought in the beginning, he maybe, as a patient, he was, we'll say, just kidding, and to make things a little bit easier, and he was dealing with his patients in we'll say, in a very sarcastic way. things went affirmative that he repeated the question again with a very high voice. Who are you? I couldn't take it. I went outside. My uncle told me that your father had a brain stroke that made him lose all of his memory. So now, for him, you are a stranger. You have to deal with it. That kind of an unhinged moment that makes your life completely unbalanced. Meaning that after this event, you are by yourself. You have to take these things by yourself. You don't have to listen to someone. But here's the other thing. That person was your own protective cover. Was the blanket that you were taking every single night when you want to go to sleep. And that blanket is now away. It's a stranger that you don't know anymore. And at that point, you will go by yourself. And you'll see tremendous things in your life. What matters the most, you will do them your way, under your own risk, and taking it with full charge. Toastmasters.
Well, that was tremendous. Thank you, Hussain. Thank you very much. And now we are with the last speaker. We shall never